Hello all. In this video, we are going to discuss about file IO and streams in C++, and we are going to see a simple example of writing basic data in file. What is a stream? A stream is the group of zeros and ones. It is used to represent the flow of data between any two ends, specifically source and destination. So we have discussed this concept many times that it doesn't matter with which devices you are communicating, streams are coming in picture. Whether you are sending and receiving data from a network, whether you are sending and receiving a data from standard input and output devices, whether you are dealing with the file, every time you are sending a data or receiving a data, then you are dealing with streams. The type of stream could be based on the aspects like whether the stream is used to read or to write. Also, whether you are dealing with some standard input output device or some file IO or a network IO or any other type of IO device. In this video we are discussing about streams and file and IO. So we will focus on the class hierarchy which is related to file IO. So this diagram is representing the hierarchy of stream classes in C++. As you can see that there is a IOS which is a base class for all the classes which are dealing with the stream. There are many other classes apart from the classes which are included in the diagram. To be named specifically, there is a buffer class which we are not covering in this video. So here iStream is representing input streams and OStream is representing the output stream. You can see that the IO stream, we have this header file is included in every program, and we have also used two objects of this IO stream, which is cin and cout, to send the data to the standard output device and to receive a data from standard input device. So if ifstream class is inheriting from iStream class and there is a ofstream class which is inheriting from ostream class, these both classes can be included using a header file called as fstream. Now fstream header files is specifically used when we want to deal with three classes: ifstream, ofstream and fstream. There is also an example given at the bottom, like if I want to create an object of fstream of ofstream class, how we can do it. So I have to use class name which is ofstream and obj. Now this ofstream stands for output file stream. So using this obj we will be able to send data to the file which is present on a disk. If you want to interact with the disk file, then specifically you will be having three options: ifstream class for reading a data from a disk, ofstream class for writing a data to the disk, fstream class for both read and write. So object of these classes can be associated with disk file. For example, here ofstream object has been created, and in bracket, rounding bracket, we are passing a file name. So this file must be present in the same directory where we are writing the program. Basically what it is telling is, it is trying to open a file called as myfile.txt and it will try to write a data inside it. Once the object is ready, then we can call all the member functions which are associated with ofstream class, and using this member functions we will be able to write a data in a file called as myfile.txt. The example here, obj, then extraction of insertion operators, and this is my file first file program. So this, using these operators, the object will be able to write data in a file called as myfile.txt. Look at this example program. So we have included a header file called as fstream, then we have included a header file for iostream, then we have also included a file for enabling string. We have created one character called as character C, which is initialized with the character A. Then we have integer variable called as no number, which is initialized to 1, and then we have a string called as S, which is initialized with C space plus space plus. Then we are creating an object of ofstream class called as ost, and into bracket we are passing myfile.txt. Now using ost, we are passing the data. The first variable is character C, then we are passing one space, then we are passing the second variable number which is of type integer, then we are again passing space, and then at last we are passing the string variable, and the program is completed. Upon successful execution of this program, the right side diagram shows a file created as myfile.txt, and as you can see that the first character in this file is A, followed by a space with digit 1, followed by a space and the string C space plus space plus. So this is a very basic program. Let's try this program in code blocks. So here you can see that there is a same program which we have seen earlier in the slide, which have one character variable with one number variable, one string, and the object of OFStream class, then the file name, and then we are using the insertion operator to send the data to the file, and the data will go in file called as myfile.txt. I have opened the same file in my code blocks, myfile.txt. Let's try to compile the program. So the program has compiled successfully. If we execute the program, as we are not printing anything on the output screen, it will just simply display the console panel, and it tells me that the file has been modified. Do you want to reload? Let me click yes. Now the data is present in the file. We can add some other data of our choice if we want to add. Let's say add one more message, string s, or let's say s1 is equal to it's done. And now let's add this string at the end of our data. So we will add one more space before adding the new string s1. Now again let's recompile the program. So the program is compiled successfully. Now let's execute it. So the program has executed. Now again the same warning message has come that the data on the disk myfile.txt is modified. Do you want to reload it? Let's reload the file and let's check the data. Now here you can see that it's done is appended to the file. So this is how you can read and write data to file. While discussing in our slides, we have mentioned that the fstream class can be used for both reading and writing purpose. So in this program we are discussing specifically about writing on the disk. We have included OFStream class. Let's try by using only fstream class, whether it is able to write in a file or not. So what we will do is we will create a variable of type float, and then we will try to add that value on the disk. So let's create float variable f. Let's initialize it to the value 1, and now let's add this float variable to a program. It's out of screen. Let me bring the program in screen. Okay, so we have added float variable to our OST, object of OST, and now instead of using object of OFStream, we are using object of fstream. Let's try to compile. So program has compiled. Let's execute it. So the program has executed successfully, and immediately the warning has come that the data in the file myfile.txt has been modified. Do you want to reload it? Let's reload. Let's check the content of myfile.txt. So you can clearly see that the data 1.1 is been added to the file. So this is how you can use OFStream class or fstream class to write the data in a file. Let's see you in the next video, in which we will discuss file handling in more detail. Thank you.